Welcome back to Car Scope, your destination for deep automotive storytelling, real-world design breakdowns, and honest driving impressions that bring future machines to life before they even fully arrive on the streets. Today we are stepping into something bold, aggressive, and unapologetically massive. The all-new 2026 Hummer H4 2026, a machine that feels less like a vehicle and more like a statement carved out of steel, electricity, and pure off-road ambition. From the very first glance, this new Hummer concept continues the legacy of extreme American design but pushes it into a more refined, futuristic direction. It's not just about size anymore, it's about presence with intelligence. The moment you imagine it rolling down the street, you can already feel how it dominates everything around it. It carries that military-inspired DNA, yet now it is blended with smooth air surfaces, illuminated details, and aerodynamic tweaks that hint at efficiency without sacrificing brutality. At the front, the design language is instantly recognizable yet completely reimagined. The signature Hummer identity is still there, but now it is sharpened, more digital, and more expressive. A full-width headlight bar stretches across the face, giving it a futuristic stare that feels almost robotic. The headlights are embedded deep into a bold geometric frame, giving the impression that the vehicle is watching the road like a machine intelligence. The grille, once a symbol of combustion-era cooling, now becomes a sealed sculpted panel, detailed with illuminated accents and a strong central badge that feels more like a power emblem than a logo. The bumper is carved with aggressive angles, designed not just for looks but to suggest approach angles worthy of serious off-road terrain. Every line at the front communicates strength, but also precision, like a tank redesigned in a wind tunnel. Moving toward the side profile, the 2026 H4 becomes even more dramatic in its proportions. The stance is extremely wide, planted like it owns the ground beneath it. The wheel arches are massive, squared off, and heavily sculpted, housing oversized all-terrain wheels that look ready to crush sand, rocks, or city roads with equal confidence. The body panels are cleaner than older generations, but still muscular, with sharp-cut lines that break up the mass and reduce visual weight. There is a floating roof effect created by darkened pillars, giving it a more modern silhouette despite its brutal size. The side steps are integrated neatly into the lower body, almost hidden until you need them, emphasizing the vehicle's blend of utility and design sophistication. As you move along the profile, you notice subtle illuminated badging and small aerodynamic channels that hint at how far this machine has evolved beyond being just a rugged off-roader. Now coming to the rear, the design feels equally powerful but slightly more refined and tech-focused. A continuous LED strip stretches across the tailgate, mirroring the front signature and creating a symmetrical lighting identity that makes the H4 instantly recognizable at night. The rear design is flat and bold, almost architectural, with strong vertical cuts that emphasize width and stability. The tailgate is large and functional, designed for heavy cargo and adventure gear, while still maintaining a clean futuristic surface. The bumper is high-mounted and rugged, optimized for departure angles, with integrated tow hooks and protective elements that hint at its real-world capability. Even the rear spoiler is not just aesthetic, it plays into aerodynamic stability for such a heavy electric SUV. Everything about the back of this machine feels deliberate, purposeful, and engineered for both lifestyle luxury and extreme terrain duty. Stepping inside completely changes the emotional tone of the vehicle. The interior of the H4 is where ruggedness meets luxury digital living. You are greeted with a cabin that feels like a fusion of a luxury lounge and a tactical command center. The dashboard is wide and horizontal, dominated by multiple high-resolution screens that replace almost every traditional control. The central display acts as the heart of the system, controlling navigation, off-road modes, energy management, and entertainment. The driver display is fully digital and highly customizable, showing everything from torque distribution to terrain mapping in real time. The materials inside are a mix of premium leather alternatives, brushed aluminum accents, and sustainable composite trims that reinforce the idea that this is a next-generation electric SUV. The seating position is high and commanding, giving the driver a clear view of the road ahead like sitting in a modern armored vehicle, but with comfort that rivals luxury sedans. Ambient lighting runs throughout the cabin, adjustable in color and intensity, transforming the mood from calm cruising to adventure-ready intensity with just a tap. In the rear seats, space is generous and surprisingly comfortable given the vehicle's rugged identity. Passengers are treated to individual screen controls, climate zones, and reclining options. Storage is everywhere, designed for long journeys, expedition gear, or urban practicality. Even small details like grab handles, storage compartments, and charging ports are thoughtfully placed, reinforcing that this is a vehicle built for real-world usability, not just show. When it comes to performance, the 2026 Hummer H4 continues the electric revolution with extreme ambition. It is expected to feature a multi-motor setup that delivers instant torque to all four wheels, allowing it to perform with shocking acceleration for a vehicle of this size. The focus is not just straight-line speed, but control, traction, and adaptability. Multiple driving modes allow it to shift character instantly, from efficient urban cruising to extreme off-road crawling. The torque delivery is immediate and relentless, making steep climbs, rocky terrain, and deep sand feel almost effortless. Advanced suspension systems adapt dynamically to terrain changes, raising or lowering the body for optimal clearance or aerodynamics. Steering is tuned to balance stability with surprising agility, considering its massive proportions. And because it is fully electric, the silence during off-road driving creates a surreal experience, where nature and machine coexist without engine noise interference. Battery technology is designed for both endurance and fast charging capability, ensuring that long-distance adventure travel is practical. Regenerative braking helps extend range during downhill or city driving, while intelligent energy distribution ensures each motor receives optimal power depending on terrain demands. This is not just a vehicle built for power, but for intelligent performance management. Now moving into pricing expectations, the 2026 H4 sits firmly in the premium electric SUV category. It is not designed to be accessible in a mass-market sense but rather to target enthusiasts, luxury buyers, and off-road performance lovers who want something unique and extreme. The pricing is expected to vary depending on configuration, battery size, and off-road package options, but it clearly positions itself above mainstream SUVs and closer to high-end electric performance machines. What you are paying for is not just transportation, but identity, capability, and technological dominance. On the road, the experience of driving or even riding in the H4 is unlike anything conventional. It feels heavy yet controlled, aggressive yet refined, and futuristic yet familiar in its purpose. In city environments, it turns heads everywhere it goes, not because it is flashy in a traditional sense, but because it feels almost unreal in scale and design language. On highways, it cruises with stability and confidence, absorbing imperfections effortlessly. Off-road, it transforms into a completely different beast, capable of handling environments that most SUVs would never dare approach. To conclude this journey into the world of the 2026 Hummer H4, what we are seeing is not just another SUV evolution, but a redefinition of what an electric off-road machine can represent. It blends raw power with digital intelligence, heritage with futuristic ambition, and extreme capability with surprising refinement. It is designed for those who want more than transportation. They want presence, dominance, and adventure in one unified package. This is Car Scope, and as always, we bring you closer to machines that shape the future before they fully arrive. If the H4 becomes reality in this form, it will not just enter the market, it will enter conversations, imaginations, and every road it touches with authority.